Good morning, Madam Chair, and to our esteemed senators. I work for the OFW party list for Congresswoman Marisa Del Mar Magsino, and we have been assisting OFWs who have been affected by flight cancellations. But coincidentally, I became victim of flight cancellation last June 6, and kindly allow me to share a brief narration of our experience. We booked and paid for our flight for a 4-day trip to Boracay. That's supposed to be June 6 to 9, 2023. So far, 3 flight changes have been made by Cebu Pacific for said trip. Most recently, the flight cancellation during the early morning of June 6, 2023. So as we were literally about to leave the house and my daughter was already in her beach attire, we received an email from Cebu Pacific saying that our flight that morning at 7 a.m. has been rebooked. They use the term rebooked to June 8, 2023 at 11:20 a.m., 2 days later than our original flight. So I contacted Cebu Pacific's customer service representative, but they informed me that there are no other available flights to Katiklan that day, and that they also did not provide any reason for the flight cancellation. I'm sure it wasn't about the weather because the weather trackers that day did not show any weather disturbance both in Katiklan and in Manila. So the flight cancellation, which moved our departure from June 6 to June 8, altogether forced me to cancel the prepaid trip because I already have a flight with my boss to South Korea the following on June 9. So if I push through with rebooking on June 8, I'll just be staying in Boracay for 1 day with my daughter. And my daughter was visibly distraught that morning because she was so excited and has been waiting for that trip for several months. I rebooked our flight to June 22, which is tomorrow, and I truly hope there won't be any cancellation, as it would probably traumatize my daughter if it's canceled twice in a row. Since the hotel booking was also fully paid, we had to coordinate with Coast Boracay for the hotel's understanding and consideration to keep the rates that I fully paid for during a travel expo. I also had to file another leave of absence from work in light of the schedule changes. Cebu Pacific gave us free vouchers, but honestly, I don't want any free vouchers. As a paying customer, I want the assurance and the peace of mind that I will travel on the date and time that I paid for using my hard-earned money as a paying customer. Trips like this also entail preparations and logistics on the part of passengers. So once the airline arbitrarily cancels the flight, it costs us, the paying passengers, more than the monetary value of the ticket. It was a major disappointment and inconvenience to me and my daughter, but I know that it is but a fraction of the inconvenience to our OFWs. And one of them was Mr. Bartolome, who we referred to this committee. His job was put in peril because his return to work was, I think, 2 days before his flight was May 26. His return to work was, I think, May 27. And his flight was also canceled.